this is, people say, why are you discussing issues like this? Because I have a sociology background. I like to understand human behavior. And in this, I completely blame the media, Sandeep. The media, Sandeep Ghosh is with us, Dr. Nisha Najumuddin versus Rajalakshmi Joshi and Dr. Irsan Trivedi. Okay. Let's start with who we blame. You blame the media or IIT Baba? I blame the media. The media is looking for these kind of stories. A person at Maha Kumbh who says he's a spiritual person and then says he's from IIT, and then you make a media sensation out of him, then you want to use him, then you want to drop him like a hot potato, then you want to have him arrested. God knows what's going on. Sandeep, why didn't you open this briefly?
Arnab, I think this was very lazy journalism. That shows how shallow and superficial journalism has become today. People just seek some eyeballs and try to get some TRPs or, now in the age of YouTube, everybody needs hits or followers. That's what they try to do. If they were serious about finding people, those who know about Kumbh or these places, they'll say that there are lots of actual spiritual leaders who are there. The sannyasis who are far more qualified than even an IIT graduate. They've given up everything. They're in a different world of sadhana. People who go and see, those sort of people are there. But here they find somebody who creates a little bit of sensation, gives them a quick talking point, and they go after him.
And then it's very easy. Yeah, okay. Let's get the other side today. Dr. Irsan Trivedi and Rajalakshmi, would you like to open your innings on this media versus IIT Baba controversy everyone's talking about today? Rajalakshmi.
Good evening, Arnab, and thank you for having me on your show. I see a lot of inconsistencies in his statements, in this person, Abhay. So what I would think is, or what I would say is, I actually partly agree with what the earlier speaker spoke. So that it is definitely lazy journalism, definitely. But at the same time, I also see that there is probably a concerted effort on the part of the person to probably promote himself. See, there is a lot of inconsistency. He talks about how he has dropped out from IIT and then he visits the ashram of Sadhguru, and then he has recently called himself an Aghori Baba. And if he was indeed an Aghori Baba, I would say that when he was asked how he came into the possession of Ganja and how he was caught with it, he wouldn't have gotten into whataboutery. He would have said that, as per, even though it is illegal, as per the Narcotics and Psychotropic
I'm asking you here. My question is, I find this bizarre. How is this even a story? A person who's obviously high on some kind of drugs is at Maha Kumbh, knows a little bit about spirituality, says he's from IIT. Then the media starts asking him about everything, his problems with his family, his father. That becomes a national story. Then you want to discuss it, debate it. And then having built him up, you now want to question how much you know about Hinduism. And then bring him face to face with other Hindu sannyasis and sadhus and sants and sadhvis and create a TV debate out of it. I'm not clear what is going on here. Really, I totally blame the media for doing this. Dr. Nisha?
Media is supposed to be infotainment in nature, right? Information and entertainment. But then when media tries to give hype, I would say that this kind of hype is an overhype given to this IIT Baba. Our country, India, is having so many leaders like, Vivekananda Swami and all these people who taught us the real meaning of spirituality. And we should really understand that having such a beautiful culturalistic history of us and having so many leaders like this, we should not encourage such kind of pseudo babas indeed. And now, he claims himself to be so spiritual, Arnab. But let me ask you something. Spirituality is also being commercialized these days, and media is one such reason for promoting such kind of fake babas out there. I'm not saying that the so-called IIT Baba is to be blamed completely, but then let me tell you something. He, without even inquiring about his background or the other details, you just give an overhype to a person. A lot of people tend to follow this person, and now today when he's caught with ganja or things like that, he claims it to be a prasad. You just tell me that. NDPS Act of 1985, that's illegal. And now he claims that to be a prasad. So all these people who now the upcoming generations who think or who are who adapt themselves to the so-called realistic practices or beliefs or spirituality, even they will start feeling that such kind of ganjas and marijuanas are again prasads. Oh my God, where is the world going on? So I think we should not encourage such kind of people to have a negative or a pessimistic impact on the upcoming generation. And moreover,
Okay, viewers,
media
my
should
question
know
is
where to not
my
rely
question
on
is
some
simple
religious or
tonight.
religious-
Who do you blame, IIT Baba or media? I blame the media, Dr. Irsan, because without the media's overhype, there would be no IIT Baba today being spoken about. So the media portrayed IIT Baba as an interesting mix of IIT background, intellect and spirituality, and they built him up, and then they asked him about everything, including his family and Hinduism, and whether India will win or lose to Pakistan in the ICC Champions Trophy. Then when India lost, they attacked him, saying, why did you say, India won, they attacked him, saying, why did you say we will lose? I mean, the media has to be mad to go and ask IIT Baba who's going to win the match. I mean, there's something, I think this is a story of media going crazy. That's what I think it is, my own view on it, right? Dr. Irsan. And 69% of people agree with me, by the way. Dr. Irsan.
Yes, sir. Sir, but first of all, I would like to say that media is definitely not responsible.
Not
there is a basic fact between media sensationalization showing versus journalism. This is the journalism which, it showed that Baba is having two faces of he was like an IIT guy. Media in the initial part just tried to what it was, media was trying to show is like an IITian guy who is having spirituality or Hinduism in his mind or something that he wants to explore the true Hinduism. And the media's intention was
for media, he was an influencer. The media made him a bigger influencer.
Sorry?
Media made him into a bigger influencer.
Yes, media was just, it was just trying to show that, okay, this is happening in the world, this is happening with that Baba, and it was never its intention to show that Baba is having a very, its intention was never to hype that Baba. But then, because after media got attention, because of getting all the publicity and all that, then the particular Baba entered into the situation, and then it created, okay, I want to comment on this, I want to comment on that, and that is called a propaganda type of media. Media was fed of particular this thing that, okay, like if suppose I am standing on a road which is very nice and very clean, and if media comes to that part, I can show them, okay, this is a very nice road, and on the just a kilometer away, if I am standing on a rough road or very bad road, and then media will show that, okay, this road is very bad. So media has nothing to do with any kind of, impact or something. There are three pillars.
You think the media didn't know that he was high? I mean, I could see his interviews. When I saw his interviews, the first thing I said, the man is obviously on some substance. He's smoking something.
Yes.
You think the media didn't know? Then they went, he's talking gibberish.
And to add a point to it, it was said that it's a prasad. So you please tell me, the previous speaker was telling me the media is not responsible. Let me ask you something. We are living in a country where we are highly democratic in nature, and we have certain boundaries as well with regard to what you show in media, right? So you mean to say that whatever it is, without doing proper verification, when you overhype and when you do such kind of activity, how are we going to, justify such kind of activities? You can show whatever in the media and say that, yeah, this is to be justified. See, what is wrong already,
right? You can go to any, I'll tell you one thing, sorry to put it this way. He was so high, he was obviously on some substance, Sandeep, that he started doing this philosophical music. Now, mix of drugs, little bit of spirituality, nothing to do, makes you into this sort of, you just end up hanging around at Maha Kumbh. Doesn't make you a leader, a spiritual leader, an embodiment of Hinduism. But I'm really embarrassed at what the media did. Yeah.
I'm not a journalist. They suspend their disbelief. They kind of leave their IQ back at home, and just because this fellow may be giving good television and you show him dancing, etc., you go after him. That is the whole problem. Unfortunately, that is what we are coming to, and that's why I said it's not only lazy journalism, it's superficial journalism. A basic journalist's basic job is to do some due diligence. Before you start promoting somebody, you figure out whether he's a fake or a genuine guy.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're selling some dope to the public who are your viewers. You're doing a big disservice to them as well.
Yeah.
Apart from service to the religion, the festival, and everything else.
Yeah, I think we made him into some viral media obsession, and I think the bigger.
Can I add something? Arnab, can I add something?
Yes, Raj, Lakshmi, briefly.
What I feel is, yes, the media definitely did pick this up, and very officiously, they have completely blown him up out of
And
proportion.
dropped him like a hot potato now.
That is actually partly because, it is our Indian psyche that we feel that anybody in Saffron is not expected to be educated. And another thing is that there is a lack of information about Aghori Babas. There is a lack of information about what is Prasad. So people don't know. So anybody who speaks a little bit about spirituality, they just make him into a Baba. They don't understand.
The media is only looking for a story. I'm sorry to say, why IIT? If this man said that he was a PhD or a DPhil from Oxford University, the media would buy that and then call him Oxford Baba. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll close it at this point. It's really funny but sad.